As we head into America's 250th anniversary, we take a look at the key events, places, and people that had played a major role in the revolution. Many stories in history go to be unknown, and in this video, we're going to take a look at some of the lesser known stories that didn't make it into the history books taking place during the American Revolution. We start off in January 1st, 1776, where the Royal Governor of Virginia, Lord Dunmore, had ordered the British naval troops to burn down North Fork, Virginia in retaliation of Patriot resistance. While North Fork burned, George Washington had raised the Grand Union flag in Cambridge, Massachusetts as a sign of the United States colonies. And to finish off January 1st, it was met with a disappointing defeat for American forces led by General Richard Montgomery and Colonel Benedict Arnold, where they suffered a major defeat in Quebec City, causing the withdrawal of many American troops from Canada. On the political end of January 5th, 1776, New Hampshire Congress adopted their first state constitution, thus declaring its independence from the Crown's authority. Going into January 7th, George Washington wrote to the Governor of Connecticut, Jonathan Trumbull, authorizing the movement of Continental troops to protect New York City from a potential British attack. On the following day, January 8th, American forces were sent into Charleston, Massachusetts, where they successfully burnt down several Troy homes that were controlled by the British. On January 10th, a pamphlet titled Common Sense, created by Thomas Paine, was dispersed among the colonies. This called for absolute independence from Great Britain, and the creation of a republican government was formed. Soon after, Thomas Paine's Common Sense would become international and translated for the world to see. Heading over to January 27, 1776, George Washington had written a letter of commiseration, which was to express his sorrow to the Colonel Benedict Arnold about the failed attack on Quebec. Also on January 27th, Knox's Noble train arrives in Boston. This train was transporting 60 tons of cannons and mortars that Henry Knox sent to reinforce the Continental Army's line outside of Boston. Lastly, on February 1st, George Washington decided to switch focus on where to set up. Washington had directed General Charles Lee to help set up defenses in New York City, where he had anticipated a potential attack from the British. In just a short 30 days, the colonies would go from a simple rebellion to an all-out revolution against the British. This would become the stepping stones towards the ending of the American Revolution and the gaining of American independence.